the bonus video. I was getting ready to work out again, and then um, possibly record a video to put out on here, but I decided to go live instead. Yeah, I was watching one of my own videos, and after it was over, um, my phone, how like it automatically will roll into another video, and the video it rolled into was this guy named Michael Sartain, something like that. I think it's Sartain. And I've seen a couple of this guy's videos before. It's been a while, but he was on some guy's podcast or his own. I don't know. And there was some guy on there I never recognized before, and then this guy named Rollo Tomasi, and this dude was on there, right? So these guys were. One of them was wearing all black and one of them was wearing all white. I don't know if they color coordinated or not. It's just outside of that, the conversation was pretty good as far as Rolo went, because Rolo put out some information I kind of, been sensing, and I obviously can see because I'm an engineer, so I can see my views go down and whatnot. And I know it's after I speak about certain things, and it's like what he was saying, where they have a group that's government funded that goes around and makes a list of guys that are speaking a certain way. Um, that word uh sell, I can't say, but you know what I mean. That word sell is starting to be in the States, they're using it as a term to categorize guys to be able to come up with a way to go after men that aren't just taking a knee to whatever. It's very, this it's the way that the powers that be move. It's just, I see what I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, it's that, like, they're doing a lot. Basically what I'm saying is they're doing a lot. I didn't know that they were making a list of these dudes that they don't have any power, man. They're just minding their, talking their talk or whatever online. And they're making a list of them, like, while you have women online that talk crazy and about, you know, male babies, you already know what they were talking about a little while back. And they don't have any list on them women or nothing like that. So Rolo was putting out good information. He was talking about, seemed like there are troll farms, you know, guys are always popping up in his live streams talking crazy. And he also said something else about um YouTube, like transferring his traffic over to people that wouldn't watch him normally, right? So I'm like, okay, this is starting to make some sense on some other channels, because talking about certain things, like if I'm talking about narcissists, right, and if I keep it that and keep it on that, my videos will go viral. I could be talking about spiritual stuff. I keep it on that, keep it off of men and women and dating, videos will start going viral. But the minute I start talking about men and women and dating, and I start going into it, eventually, the views slow down, and I can tell that, the algorithm is not working in my favor. And a lot of guys that are putting out content that we're talking about, they're not even monetized. They can't get monetized, But the point I wanted to make was just quickly about why, a lot of guys ask, like, oh, like in my last live stream, did you consider yourself ever to be an alpha? And I'm like, no. I don't really get along with alphas like that. Like, I understand that their role and their place in society is important. I can see the big picture of things. So I don't really get in their way too often, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really say much about them too much, except when they start getting out of pocket, because they'll never come out and say nothing directly to a Sigma or Sigma type of guy, because they don't know what you're going to do. And they don't think that you'll do it as tactfully as they would. Like a lot of alpha content creators, they like to drop subliminal stuff and kind of just talk about an archetype, but not really say what it is specifically. But they're not really bright, so I'm not really expecting them to. And this way they're kind of playing it safe, but still getting their point across. But what I do when I hear alphas running their mouth about another man, to an archetype of a man that's bothering them, I already know that means that that man is what they consider to be their competition. So this Michael Sartain guy, he's talking to Rolo Tomasi and this other guy on this podcast about how women need to stop taking bad advice from other women. That's the title of the video. But the beginning of the video, he's talking about how, what do you say? He's talking about how some of these guys that give out advice are like supermodel looking dudes, and he don't understand why any guy would take advice from a guy that looks like a model, and This has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Meaning the topic of the title was women shouldn't be taking bad advice from other women. And he starts the video off whining about how he don't under what who cares that you don't understand why a guy would take advice from a handsome guy. He goes in this tangent about, you know, I don't understand this new spiritual thing, and it's not meant for your old ass to understand. Like what happens is I'm gonna tell you what happens, right? These guys get girlfriends, and when you get a girlfriend or a woman, you get insecure, dude. Sometimes, if you're not based and you think the chick is out of your league, you start getting insecure and you start looking for men that you think. This is what I'm noticing. It seems like men that you think that your old lady would cheat on you with, or guys that just trigger you, and they start, trying to target those dudes, but doing it in a tactful way. It's really what women do. Like women move like that, right? And that's why my problem is with alphas. Like an alpha has to compete with another man. He has to put his, whether it's a secret competition or he's straight up telling you, these low IQ idiots have to put themselves in competition with another man. And I don't do that. So other males that are low IQ, like those alpha males and those people that are RP and in the RP community that like to compete with each other and have dick measuring contests, I don't, nah, fool. I don't have nothing to do with that kind of behavior. And see, I can see it on these guys, like the insecurities manifested through a lot of the way that they try to, their ideology and the way they try to explain things is to compensate for other things. Like when I hear these alpha guys talking about women want men over 6 foot, you'll hear guys on panels full of guys over 6 foot bringing it up to women like, you want a guy over 6 foot, right? Y'all all want to. They never said that. You put it in their mouths before they had a chance to even say anything. See, this is them big upping themselves. And it's also predictive programming. I'm sorry. It's predictive programming. They're programming women to want a guy over 6 foot. The women don't even bring it up all the time first. It'll be some 6 foot guy on the panel, like, yeah, you guys always want a guy that's over 6 foot, right? And you want a guy that wants money, right? Of course, they want a guy that has money, but they don't always say something about us over 6 foot. Now, some women do, but they don't always say it. And then they'll be going off of these stats. And listen, a lot of guys over 6 foot get cheated on with a guy that's 5'9". We got to do better than that. Hey, what's going on, home? What's going on? I got to put this out here because a lot of you Sigmas don't know or might have an alpha in your crew. And it's always a guy that's in competition with you. He'll have something smart to say about everything that you do, but he'll try to play it off like a joke. Or he'll find a way to be asking you, like, what are your bench? When you go to the gym, what are you? He has to put himself in competition with someone, and that's the only way he can advance himself, like monkey see, monkey do, right? And what they like to do is try to find someone that's better than them and then try to advance themselves off of what they see. And see, I irritate a lot of dudes online because you can just watch me and through osmosis figure out, no, dummy, no. You got to ask questions. And like when I hear that, like there are a lot of these Rolo guys and these Michael Sartain guys are friends with like that SOS podcast, and the SOS podcast has had black dudes on there that are these attractive male coaches, I guess. Well, I don't know what you call them, but their videos are always about like, how to attract women. Da, 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 da. So it's not that they haven't, interviewed guys that are running this whole attractive thing, but for him, he can't say that he's always had an ideology against it. So for him to all of a sudden start blasting off at the beginning of his video about why would a man want to take advice from a handsome man about how to get women, why are you worried about it? They got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm talking about Michael Sartain and Rollo Tomasi, and now I got people up in here spamming my chat. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I start talking about YouTubers, and YouTubers come over, and like again, like when Rollo was talking about, yeah, there's these bots and yeah, I hear you, Rollo, but I also know that you guys like to troll people as well. So I appreciate the extra information. But, also, guys that think that they're smart will try to derail people by putting out some counter information. It's called propaganda whenever because I'm on here talking about content creators that are trolling. And then when I see content creators putting out counter information talking about, well, there's bots and there's, hired trolls. And who asked you that? Why are you thinking about that? I just put two and two together. You got to understand these alpha male guys, they don't come up. Why do you think that they're still picking and pillaging off of Kevin Samuel's carcass? You know, the man is like not able to rest peacefully in his grave, and they're using his clips, using his sound bites, using his words. And, you know, listen, these people are pressed for new material, and they just go around the internet looking for someone that they can button. These are the kind of male that come over here and don't hit the like button. That's why I say it's content creators. Because I've watched that Michael Sartain guy, and see these alpha dudes, they get ideas from other archetypes of men, and then they create discussions with it. I just pick up on it. I just pick up on stuff, man. I don't. What's up? Let's leave. What's going on, man? You know what I'm saying? I was about to block you, bro. If I didn't recognize you from the comment section, you know what I'm saying, leaving those comments and stuff, I was about to block you. I was like, ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. But there was a whole war going on low-key between alpha. Yeah, did you pick up on that? Like you remember how like Rolo would take little jabs at Sigmas? He'd be like, yeah, there's this new Sigma thing out here now. Shut your dumb ass up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Or like other these alpha guys would say stuff like, oh, they're trying to make alphas into a newer thing. They're calling them Sigmas. And dude, just chill out, man. Phase out, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Phase out and let it go. Yeah, I noticed that stuff. They didn't want to take any direct. They don't make full segments taking jabs at Sigmas. I don't lie to you. I mean, if they did, I probably would, tear up their videos, man. You know what I'm saying? But I would do it in a way that they couldn't really get me flagged. I do it very respectfully, but I'm going to make them look very slow. Probably, you know what I'm saying, on like some Tariq Nasheed type of stuff, right? I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, do anything disrespectful, but I'm going to make them look slow. And they take little weird jabs, like that the attractive guy thing. Like he was like, why would guys take? And I'm not saying that he's taking a jab at me specifically. I'm just saying that attractive men content is kind of like making its rounds right now, and a lot of black guys are doing it, right? And I'm not saying it's a black guy thing whatsoever, but a lot of black guys are kind of taking our place right now, and with Sneeko and Myron from Fresh and Fit saying a bunch of bigoted stuff about African Americans, and these guys are associated with these other guys like Rolo and by association, Michael Sartain and whatnot. It's just like, are you guys like watching black guys level up and trying to find a covert way to hate on us through trying to talk about attractive content creators talking to men about how to get women? I mean, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. I mean, it might not be that, but you got to remember, in America, they love to try to be covert, and they think if they're in some insiders club and no one really knows what they're, it's all this goofy kind of stuff. Super goofy, low IQ, waste of time, wondering why they're aging badly because you do bad things. I don't give a shit how much you go to the gym. If you're not doing the right thing, you're not going to age well, man or woman. Man or woman. You can go to the gym as a man, though, and your body can look okay, but you're still going to look like an old ass man in the face. Swear on everything. When you live bad, when you don't do the right things, and also, I guess, doing drugs or not, but still, just being bad and being wicked and being weak. Like, it's a weak man mentality to me to constantly be looking at different ways to because I don't like alphas. I made it very clear, and I speak about them directly. I don't like the indirectness of the way that they move. Man, listen, you got problems with Sigmas or attractive men or black men using the attractive angle to get their content out there, whatever. You need to come on out and say it. All this innuendo-y, kind of shady, not really understanding why, when you're talking about women, giving women bad advice, that you'd bring up attractive men that look like models. And why would a man listen to that kind of guy? Maybe the other kind of guys that believe or know they look like models that are going through this same time. You don't know because you don't look like us. So you don't really go through what we go through as far as, what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The way women treat us and whatnot. These are the same kind of guys that, I'm not saying that they go against it, but would probably want men to continue to still approach women. Well, you kind of have to. You're not going to be the kind of person that a woman's going to approach. And I'm just like listening to these guys. And listen, Rollo Tomasi, Michael Sartain, these guys can, upgrade themselves in a way. and carry themselves in a way where they don't need to worry about any other man and how attractive they are. See, when you get a woman or a girlfriend and she's super hot, I think Michael Sartain guy got a super hot chick, it makes guys that aren't really used to women on that level get really insecure. And they'll start just coming up with stuff in their head and worrying about groups of men they shouldn't worry about, right? Like, why do you even care? You know what I'm saying? So, I wanted to bring that up because I want you guys to understand there's a reason why you can't get along with an alpha, because he's in a secret competition with you, or at least your archetype. And no matter what you say to this person, "Oh, I compete with myself," they're still competing with you. And I'm gonna tell you something. An alpha is a bully, okay? And a lot of bullies are weaker than betas because betas know their place and they don't do too much, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to, you know what I mean? These alphas don't know their place. So they're beta. There wasn't a proper father figure to show them how to be humble, how not to worry about other men. That's all my dad really taught me, was not to worry about other men. Not to worry about other men. David, you never compete with another man. You're in this. They didn't have that proper father figure, and they believe that they need to go ahead and, compete with other men that they see that women won't, and upgrade themselves accordingly. I see this shit clear as day. Y'all be wondering why I be like, don't never reach out to me on no collabo stuff. You're a bunch of weirdos. I'm not gonna even let you. I don't give a shit how big I get or whatever I'm doing. I'm just not gonna. I watch what y'all do and what y'all say. I watch your content, and I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if I'd went on like friend I did, but if I would have, and then this stuff's coming out with Myron right now, going this whole crazy angle going against African American people, like real crazy, like right now. So I would look on there. You know what I mean? You gotta watch them, man, because these alpha dudes are insecure. They don't like each other. They don't like each other. The minute one of them go down, they turn on them, and they don't listen. I'm gonna tell you the real truth about it is, and they won't admit it. Most of them are raised by single mothers. A lot of them, a dad was in the house. They might have had a dad, but he wasn't in the house like that. And they get online and they just act like what they think a strong man is, and they're faking it. That's why they watch me, nigga. I'm out here starting over. You know what I'm saying? Was homeless, what, 2022? And work my way from the bottom. And I got these people watching me. They got their money. They built their following, but they're watching how people are following me and gravitating to me and how I speak. I was raised by a dad. And that's why I'm that humble, strong figure, not this, I'm an alpha and I got this much money and I get these many women and my girl's a supermodel. And you're not going to relate to the average man like that. That's why y'all are so like detached. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you just seem like a bunch of rich pricks. I'm gonna be real. And then thirdly or fourthly, whatever it is, y'all seem like the type of dudes that don't get women unless you have money, or didn't start getting women until you started getting money and clout. It's very obvious. And this is the reason why I just don't really mess around with alphas. I was getting women when I was homeless at my dad's. I was getting women, just going to the store and women were giving me their number. You know what I'm saying? While I was staying with my pops, I was outside working out every day, getting crispy crittered in the sun, just getting super dark, just taking in all that sun, and women were still throwing themselves at me. You alpha dudes got to get your money right. Get a new look, start taking care of your skin, start putting on muscle, you got to gain muscle, gain clout, gain money and everything before you finally feel. Because if you watch that Rolo dude, his confidence has slowly been building as he's been building clout. I'm out the gate, motherfucking confident. What you talking about? What the, you know what I mean? And people can see that shit, and women can definitely see it. Dude be like hating on me, like, why do these women keep going to this dude? This dude's a clown. Da, da, da. That's what you see, goofy goofball goober. But these women see a real one with over 9 inches to break their back. And let me tell you something else. That whole 6 foot, I heard Samantha Tyrese's ex, I forgot her last name, but she said the 666 right. The 666, yeah. She said 6 foot, 6 figures. What was the other one? It wasn't no 6 inches. It was something else. 6 foot, 6 figures. I forgot what the other one was. Ain't no woman only wanting 6 inches, bro. Like, y'all put that shit out there because that's the American average standard, right? Like 5.5. Ain't no woman want 5.5, 6. Y'all are putting that out there because you niggas are that shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no woman. No. They gonna want over 6 foot, over 6 figures. But the average 6 inches. Nah. Them chicks are wanting over 10. What are you talking about? You hear a chick talk about she's settling for 8 or 9, and Betty babbling that. Oh yes, they want the 6 or 6 inches. No. Nah. That's like the about average Caucasian American male. No. He's going to be having different kind of stats. You know, wish I remember what Samantha, whatever Lee or whatever her name said, but that's what it really was. Honestly, let me see what's going on, child. Well, y'all chatting it up, man. Y'all doing what y'all do. Welcome to the chat. Hey, what's going on, brother? What's going on? How you doing? How you living? I appreciate everybody coming over here. Just talking about how Sigmas don't get along with alphas and basically why alphas study Sigmas and have a problem with Sigmas. Like again, go to Michael Sartain's channel and then go to his videos. I think it's the last one he did or the one before last. But he's talking about how the title of it is, but he starts it off talking about men shouldn't be getting advice from handsome attract. And he was like making these analogies and whatnot with Shaquille O'Neal, saying it's like Shaquille O'Neal, you know, telling guys to get taller or some weirdo stuff, right? Listen, the way I look right now, or any attractive guy, is not the way they've always looked. You know, you're always upgrading yourself, and really, you know, the level of attractiveness you are is based off the level of confident you are. You could be the most handsome guy in the world, but if you're slouching and you walking around like hands in your pocket, head down, ain't no woman looking at you, dude. You can try to blame it on just being handsome, and that automatically means that guys get women. No, man, you still have to have charisma. If you're a rich prick and you're handsome, you're just a handsome, rich prick. You know what I'm saying? If you're a broke, handsome dude and you don't have no charisma or no game or nothing, then you're just a handsome, broke dude. You don't automatically get women. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and they take little weirdo jabs, you know what I'm saying? Like these alpha guys don't know how the spiritual connection thing is going right now, and most women believe in God. They're losing these women because women are like, you know, they're upgrading. A lot of women on a spiritual thing. Some of them are lost as hell, but they're on it. You got to have a spiritual connection as a dude. You have to nowadays. These women are on it and they're looking for it, and these goofy alphas don't get it. They don't get it. All they know is women keep going towards me and other guys like me. And they're just trying to, what's up with this dude right here? These kind of guys. I mean, yeah, he's attractive, but I mean, he's a brokey compared to me. I mean, your money don't mean nothing. You have no game. You have no swag. You seem like a stuck-up rich prick. You know what I mean? You seem like you're just basing what you should have in life off of stats, but you don't have any life in it. It's just like, well, according to the stats, you know, I'm over 6 foot and I make this much money. I should be able to get whatever woman I want, and every woman should kneel to my presence. What are you talking about? That robotic type of that's what you're missing. Yeah, that's what you're missing. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest with you, bro. Y'all steady over here trying to, through osmosis, figure me out and wondering why women. I'm telling you, man. Since you don't want to ask and be man enough to ask a handsome dude or whatever, what do that guy think it is that draws people to him? I'm telling you for free. You're low IQ. You're completely insecure. Probably one of the reasons why women be running from you guys sometimes. And then you be trying to like drop goofy shade from guys that make you insecure through your goofy ass videos. Get more handsome or get more attractive or shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Accept the way that you look and let it go. Sitting over there geeking out about it with each other. Dude, be quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? I am 5'9". What do I look like, or what I look like every video? You know, just throwing some shade at 6 foot guys. Well, these 6 foot guys swear they got everything in every video. Oh, these six. I just don't understand why a guy would just take some advice from a guy over 6 foot. I mean, just because he's over 6 foot don't mean that he knows anything about getting women. Why? What if I, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You guys are weird. You're weird. You know what I'm saying? You better be thanking God for your money. Other than that, you don't have any game. You won't be getting any women. Period. The clout money gets you women. I don't need neither one. And you know that when I have the clout and the money, that it's going to be ridiculous the way the women will be throwing themselves at me. You already see him doing, and he might even be talking about me directly, but I've watched other videos of him where he said like little weird stuff, like he watches content like mine or some other kind of. There's a lot of black guys out there and white guys. There's a lot of guys that are spiritually tapped in, that are trying to teach people how to connect spiritually, upgrading themselves, grounding themselves, drink all this good stuff. These alpha guys won't never talk about that stuff. It's not cool. It has to be in. Now, once it becomes and it's gonna be in, I'm always the one that's dictating the movement of things, and it's gonna be in. You understand? So all you losers, this is how you get phased out. All you losers that don't have no spiritual nothing, and you're waiting for it to be cool. By the time you jump on the bandwagon, everybody gonna know you're fake. Everybody gonna know you're fake. Y'all are weird as hell. You know what I'm saying? The Sigmas are the only ones with the guts enough to tell people, hey, it's a spiritual thing. There's spiritual, there's soul ties out here. Hey, watch who you messing with. Alpha's out here telling you to. But if I have multiple connection issues and I'm close to my house, I who else would know how to disconnect somebody's live stream but another YouTuber's been doing it for a long time? A lot of these goofies really be out here doing too much. And they wonder why God will phase them out and they can't really get quite where they need to be. And, they're on these government lists. And you're just doing weird stuff. You're doing weird stuff. Let's see here. Yeah, the girlfriends and the wives, the alphas cheat. Exactly, man. They cheat on them all the time. And the reason why the Michael Sartain guy, again, is saying what he's saying is because his old lady, I'm pretty sure he has a girlfriend, is looking at I think she's a model. She's looking at model dudes. And there's some model dude or somebody he's insecure about. And that's why he keeps taking these weird jabs. It's not the first time he's done it. So it's bothering him. It's bothering him. And a lot of these guys are getting phased out anyway. Like, we know that to be true. But this is what, these are kind of guys that are at your job that you don't know hates your guts because women kind of circle you. These are the kind of guys that, if you're a content creator, will watch your content and not hit the like button. These are the kind of dudes you're dealing with. And when you know your enemy, see, I can listen. I was trained by the government. I work for the White House. So these people, they think that they're slick, but see, the problem is when you carry animosity and you're a liar, um, and you have like these issues that you can't keep it hidden. It's gonna leak out. These insecurities are gonna leak out. And I just catch leaks. I catch them. I'll be like, bro, you got a real major insecurity with handsome men. If your old lady gonna leave you for a handsome dude, it is what it is. It was just your turn. Attacking them is not going to change anything. That's why I don't like, when I hear content creators attacking other types of content creators. Now, again, I told you, I know I'm being a little bit hypocritical right now because I'm going at these alphas, but every now and again, somebody got to put them in their place. They really be thinking they're intelligent. They really do. You know what I'm saying? And they don't be realizing how easy it is to read them. If they were more spiritually tapped in, they probably could center themselves and calm down before they go live so that their insecurities wouldn't be so obvious. But they don't. They're damn near like women. They get on there drinking or whatever, and then they start just babbling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. And that's why that RP thing just ain't going to work, man, because, man, these dudes, man, I'm just going to be real. I'm just going to say it. What these people are calling an alpha male is not a real alpha. It's internet alpha, right? And the Sigma males out here, we're really the real alpha. Like, we're the real ones. Okay? Like, we're Sigmas, and we don't want to go by that moniker, but we're the real top dogs, man. Like, we them. You know what I'm saying? We him. That's why women watch us, because they can tell, because you have a lot of those RP guys that'll get on and put on their little voices and here we go, you know what I mean? And all this stuff. Straight nerds. Straight nerds. I don't care what you say. You can look at them and smell the nerd on them. And I'm not talking about the cool nerd. I'm talking about ain't never really got no coochie kind of nerd until they got put on. You can tell. You can tell. Yeah, I'm nerdy a little bit, but I was breaking backs If I'm going to take a sabbatical from getting coochie and I'm getting offers left and right, doggone well, I done got a bunch of coochie in my life, right? So the women can just tell like this alpha thing ain't right. They're not really representing the old school type of leader alpha that's historical. They're more of this internet alpha. I gotta, walk around my chest out. I gotta get my money up. I gotta start a course. What I'm saying? It's that stuff, dude. It's played out. It's over. They misused and misrepresented that alpha stereotype or archetype, and then they kind of ruined it. They ruined it because it's a bunch of, I'm gonna be real, this is called what it is, a bunch of betas that are internet alphas. Okay? Wouldn't bust a grape in real life, never really been in no fight, never was in the military. If they were probably an officer sitting on their ass somewhere, never dodging any bullets, never was a sergeant, never was a soldier, never worked their way up to the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting back, observing the real dogs, you know what I'm saying, the real wolves, and then imitating that online. Very clear to see, very easy to see. Hence the reason why none of them want to say nothing about me, right? But they are always taking notes from me. Even if I'm just motivating them to get online and talk shit about handsome men that are Sigmas. They're always watching, man. They know I'm a big dog, man. They know I'm a big fish in a little pond right now. That's all that it is. They just know I'm in a little pond right now. They know I'm meant for the ocean, man. You know what I'm saying? They know a prehistoric shark when they see one. I forgot the name of the thing. You know what I mean? Megalodon, yeah. 1111. 1111. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my cousin. I gotta call them back later. They hit me up, man, at night, man, because they be going out and stuff. That's my little, party crew. You know what I'm saying? They hit me up sometimes, see if I want to go out with them or whatever. So I'll hit my cousin up, let him know. That's a bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? They're probably going to go out in the Asheville area or something like that. So they're hitting me up to see if I want to join them. Shit, I might, a little bit. I might. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Feeling good tonight. I just might. You know what I mean? Yeah, Megalodon. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, we humble them alphas all the time because again, they have a role. You just like, okay, for example, my ex was an alpha widow. She thought she was running the show. That's what a Sigma wants you to think. I'm going to delegate things to you and I'm going to allow you to think that you're running things because I want to be making moves in the background. You know what I'm saying? So when she thought that I'm doing everything, I'm not, no, I delegated stuff to you, while I needed to, recharge and whatever I needed. So whenever she ran off cheating, it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll just do it myself. And that's what I've been doing. I taught you everything. How in the hell you gonna think you're gonna leave me stranded? And that's just the way the alphas are with the sigmas, man. You know, we allow them, to assume that they're really running something, and we allow them to get out there and beat their chest and be out in the forefront, while we influence everyone in the background. I'm the one that's bringing new terminologies to this whole dating game. I'm the one that started saying that women will approach men. I'm the one putting a lot of stuff in place that you people are taking from me or whatever, but it makes a lot of sense. But you don't want to give credit where credit is due because my cloud is not quite where it needs to be at it. Who cares, fool? You people that think I'm a nobody, let me tell you something, right? Every nobody is somebody to somebody. And every nobody started out, every somebody, I'm sorry, started out as a nobody. Just because you get to the show a little bit before me don't mean that you're shutting it down. I haven't gotten there yet. Some niggas like to show up late. I'm not playing with y'all, man. I'm not concerned. I don't give a shit about clout. Have y'all shaken presidents' hands and foreign leaders? Have you seen the ins and outs of how our government works on the inside? Had to sign an NDA and can't speak about it? No, I don't think so. This is easy, light work. I don't care about none of y'all. I don't care about your clout. I don't care about you females on here that do what you do and think you look good. Please. I've seen better, been around smarter, had bigger enemies to fry. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Holler at me when Hillary Clinton's trying to get you fired because she thought you were giving her the evil eye or mean mugging her when you were dropping off message traffic. I think's not, working at Camp David. Y'all need to chill out, man. Y'all have never seen how things get done. You've never seen that side of things. You've never seen the big dogs and how the big dogs get things done in the background. You're just out here on social media and have to be seen by everybody for you to have any kind of clout. Well, I seen the other side of things, how to move in silence, like our powers that be does. And now I'm doing the clout thing as well. Very dangerous. Sigma moves. So we're going to let y'all keep jumping out in the forefront, beating your chest and thinking that you're winning something, while my black ass sit in the background influencing all of dating culture right now with my ad libs, with the information that I'm putting out from the divine, and the way that I articulate things. I know my words when they're in somebody else's mouth. Okay? Ignore me all you want. See, that's what God made me special. See, when somebody takes from me and then act like they don't see me, it motivates me like you've never seen. Guess why I joined the army? For one, I wanted to go my own way, but my dad pissed me off. Oh no, boy, you can go to college and you're gonna know I'm not. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Okay? Oh man, you can't become an engineer without a degree. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Oh, you're gonna turn your back, but watch me every chance you get and think I'm not gonna blow up. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you by myself. Appreciate y'all. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out. Fucking around with the wrong one.